So you step up maybe like 5-10 feet until you can make out the lift, and you can see it's at the top of this little cliff. And you shout out, and you hear a reply. It's just like a, "Are you ready to come back up?"
Soon.
All right. You guys all good?
The frogs were aggressive.
Oh yeah, don't go in there. Oh, we should probably put a sign up or something.
Okay. Do they ever come out?
Oh no. If you've left, you're fine.
Okay. Then we'll be coming to the lift soon.
Okay.
Sorry, and I take off towards Jack.
You just hear in the distance, "Fucking you guys." But you take off towards Jack. And it's been about a minute at this point. And as you enter like the room with all the iconography, it's back to normal. It's all in the walls, on the walls, beside the walls. None of it's watching you. None of it's staring at you any more than statues normally do. And you see Jack has not bothered to open this chest and go through it. He's just dragging the whole thing.
Okay, I can get.
Hey, sorry.
Hey.
I didn't want to sift through it. I don't want to spend much time in there.
Nope. Was it open when you?
Yeah, you cracked it open, didn't you?
I did. Yeah. I couldn't remember how I left it.
Oh.
I wasn't sure if I let the lid fall or.
Yeah, the lid had fallen back down. It wasn't locked at all. It's kind of like creaks it open a touch, and like a bit of the same powdery kind of like aerosolizes a bit, and he's like, nope. That just covered his mouth. But it doesn't seem to affect him. Notable way. Do you want to give me a hand?
Yes. Yeah. Sorry.
No worries.
And I go to the other side and I pick it up.
Oh. It's just kind of heavy.
Agreed. And I kind of pivot us so that I'm going first. Just because I think that's the harder task. Going first and backwards down the stairs. So I'll do that.
Okay. Yep, and it's easy enough. It's still weird descending back into the mist that is out here. But you do it easy enough. And you kind of like glance down the hallway as you walk by it. And there's not nearly as many frogs there, but there's still one or two that are just kind of, one of them's looking away. The other one's still like staring straight down, like down this hallway at you. You kind of pass it and the two of you lock, and it just like follows your eyes as you walk by.
Okay.
Those fucking frogs are very unnerving. I would have loved to warn you, but I've not been down here before.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Jalal's the only one who's really been up to Neatar before.
Oh, through the portal, yeah.
What? Oh, no. I didn't know the portal was there.
Sorry, up to Neatar.
This is Neatar, Castle Neatar.
Oh, shoot. So sorry.
No worries. I don't know where that portal goes.
Oh. Resmir said it goes to a hunting lodge?
Oh, did she? That's weird.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Did she give us a message to tell to somebody? My brain is fucking foggy, man.
I've got to admit, not doing great myself.
Poof. Right? Anyways. Ugh. Ooh. Before we get closer to the lift, they're not gonna think we're taking this from, like, the treasure, are we?
We can explain it. I'm sure we can explain it.
You want to explain it? I don't want to. I'll help you, okay? But like, try and be quick. I don't like it down here anymore.
No. We are getting out.
Okay.
But okay. I mean,
Do you want to get our story straight now?
no. So, like a story that
It's okay if you make us sound dumb. Remember, if your story is a little embarrassing, they'll believe it.
that good point. Okay. If bad comes to worse, I'm gonna say the phrase, look, you just had to be here, we'll show you what's in the chest. And you're gonna take a deep breath, and then I'm gonna open the chest.
Oh, okay. I don't think there's any more of that, whatever the fuck the stuff was. Remember, it came from those jars that were above it?
Yeah, but
They
they gave
shattered
a little,
on the
you
chest.
cricked it and it like poofed, and
Honestly, man, I don't. It could, but like, it just scared me.
fair enough. Either way,
We'll give it a try. Either we show them cool stuff, or
we either show them that it's not full of treasure, and they say, oh, okay.
But Percy,
Okay.
what if it's full of treasure? I mean, we should probably just bring it over. I mean, we can just leave it with the
I
rest
got this, okay? I figured it out. I got it. We're good.
Okay.
Resmir told us this one needed to be brought back up.
That's it. That's good.
Right?
That's good.
It's a good
Yeah.
one. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good.
Okay. And we carrying on.
Okay, you make it back over to the lift, and as you guys kind of approach, you hear the crank start to turn. You hear a, "Don't worry, guys, we got you. Just, don't become frog food." Kinda laughing at it.
Or frogs.
The lift hits the ground. You and Jack both kind of move this big chest, and now that you guys are kind of like moving it above the mist, you can see it's a very like large, dark oak looking chest. It's a little ornate for the muddy room you found it in, but it is kind of caked in mud and pretty old. So
Okay.
but as you guys get on, the winch starts to turn again, and it's cranking back up, and you hear like a, "Oh my god!" Gets to the top, and they kind of look at you two and the crate that the two of you have between you, and they're like, "What? Why? Where did this come from?"
Resmir gave us this to bring back up.
Give me a deception. With advantage.
D, Warren. D for deception. $19.
Nice. The two of them kind of look at each other and shrug. Yeah. All right. Looks old as shit. Anyways. Yeah. You guys don't go near any more frogs, eh? Yeah, here.
Yes.
Yeah, stay away from them as possible. We work with these bullywugs, but like, it's a very tenuous working relationship, if you know what I mean. If it weren't for the lizard folk and Jalmur, keeping the peace, probably be a shitstorm.
Agreed. How do they appease them?
I mean, it's more of like a mutual threat.
Fair enough.
You're like real new here, right? When'd you get here?
Sorry?
When'd you get here?
I don't know. A few days ago. It's been a mess.
That would explain it.
And they've had me doing all this stupid shit.
You're the new guy, right? That's how they do it.
Let's make the new guy wade through all the waste.
Yeah, well, it's either you do it or they do it, and let me tell you, I don't want to do it. So, no offense, but if it was me, I'd tell you to do it. You wade through as much trash as I don't want to.
Thank you. I appreciate you all.
Not a problem. Yeah, but like, just the lizard folk, they're a pretty strong species. Like, they're pretty beefy for themselves, but they're not very good with tools. They can't really like make their own weaponry, so Dralmor kind of hands them the rejects of our tools.
Okay.
Like swords and stuff. So.
All right. Well,
without that supply, the bullywugs. Well, without that supply, the bullywugs just outnumber them.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a weird relationship.
Yeah.
Especially Farblex. The dude thinks he's the boss of everything.
He's not?
Farblex? Nah, man. He's like the third in command. You got Resmir, you got whatever that wizard is. I don't know. He doesn't come here much. Like one of the red dudes. The red cloaks. You might not have seen him, you're new.
I have not.
Dralmurer, and then Farblex is down there.
Sir Spattergoo himself.
Yep, Sir Spattergoo. It's a fun name to say, though. I'll tell you that.
It is. How do you get that name? Like, he's obviously not a knight. So like.
Sorry.
Sir Farblex? Like Sir Spattergoo.
Farblex. It's.
Oh, is that his name?
He's not actually a sir. He's not a sir. His name is Farblex Spattergoo. That's what he calls himself. I know.
Does he know we're laughing at him?
Let's hope not. He just thinks it's royalty, so I will happily bow down to his muddy ass and then laugh at him when he walks away.
Oh man, okay.
Anyways, you guys better head back up. There's been a couple guys coming down as well. Do you want to see what they're up about? And as one of them kind of like nods and points, you can see now, in the central cavern where you did come down, there are 4 or 5 cultists actually that are down here, and they're just kind of like standing in a small circle talking. And you can see one of them's kind of like got a leg splinted up. And that's like the room is dimly light up here. Sorry, I have not been moving your dot.
That's all good.
I'm assuming you and Jack are like up here now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see into this dimly lit room. There's a couple of these folks, these cultists, and they're all just standing here on the north side, and they're kind of like in a small circle, and they've got some what looks to be timber with them.
Okay, sure.
That's all you can make out from this.
Okay, so Jack and I will continue to carry the crate. Just sort of confidently, like we got places to be, we're just carrying the crate. Not gonna ask permission, just doing it.
Just walking, going up the stairs?
Yep.
Okay. Give me... Yeah, give me a performance roll with advantage. For your... Do-do-do-do-do. Nothing to see here. Walk.
With advantage?
With advantage. Jack is helping out. He's following your lead.
16. 14. I can do number.
Okay. Yeah, you walk by, you get like a look, and then somebody kind of like glances down at the chest and like, are you guys going the right way?
Yeah. Hey, what do you guys doing down here?
What? You not heard?
No.
And now that you're this close to the stairs, you can hear kind of echoing down from it, just like clanging noises, and the occasional just like yell and then a scream. And the five of them that are down here kind of look around. Chalmur is dead. Yeah, I guess like the bullywugs, the what's his name, Farblix. Yeah, they duked it out, and Farblex won. The bullywugs have just been slaughtering all the lizards that are still in there, and once they finish that, they turn to us. So we've walled off the one side of the castle as best we could, but like now we're trying to, any gestures to the north, now we're trying to board up this shithole here. They've got another little village down here, and I don't want to deal with them.
Sorry,
None of
can
us
you
want to...
indicate on the map which way he gestured?
Up here.
Oh, okay. Okay, yep.
He gestured up that north path.
Okay.
I don't want to deal with those bullywugs once they get the news that, you know, they're free to reign wherever they want.
So, there are...
Bullywugs.
Yeah, there's more to the south as well. I guess, as long as we keep the lift up, we should be alright.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. And he like, the one of them that seems to be like taking the lead here, like kind of turns and goes to two of the others. Tell them to fucking break that shit now. And they're like, okay, yeah, sure. And they run past you.
Fuck. Alright.
If you guys are heading back upstairs, you should be good. Got this corner of the tower kind of secured, but...
Which half of the castle did they get?
The entrance.
And how far?
The entire entrance, and they build the courtyard. He kind of like puts his head in like one of his hands and like rubs his eyes. We broke down one of the walls that separated like the opening between the two courtyards there, and they haven't gotten over it yet, but they're banging on the other doors that the main courtyard leads into the Great Hall through.
We're having this conversation by torchlight, yeah?
Yep.
Their whole... I don't give a fuck. Okay. Okay. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, we've got the central tower, the southwest tower, and the southeast tower here still. You have that little triangle. That's our safe space.
Sam, out of character, I recall...
Yeah.
It is stuck in my head that my room was on the east half of the castle, but that's not correct, is it? Where was my room?
Let me just...
Bloop,
boop, boop, boop. This was your room.
Okay, yeah. And I don't know why I kept having it stuck in my head that it was the east side, but no.
So he's effectively saying they've broken down this wall, and just created a pile of rubble cutting off that.
Yeah.
But all of this is just overrun with bullywug. And they kind of they closed off this part.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense how they've closed off Resmir's tower, but you'll have to find that one out.
Okay. Are there sconces?
What is a sconce? Real quick.
So a sconce is if you were to take a torch and it
yes.
holds it on a wall.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one pretty much beside you.
And it's nighttime still, right? Or it was when I came down here?
It was like the beginning of evening when you came down.
Okay.
Like 8 or 9 p.m. And you've only been down here for maybe half an hour. As like you realize how much is going on, you kind of think back to the time that you effectively lost, and you're like, I have no idea how long that was.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Okay. Jack.
Yeah.
We need
Percy?
to dump this chest. We need to sort through it. We need to figure out what is helpful and relevant, and we need to keep that. You should go up top and get Jalal and Reggie.
I will try to find them.
Yes.
Drogon should be somewhere too.
Drogon as well. And
Yeah.
if they are not actively engaged in combat, they should come down here and help us sort. There's something useful here. And we should figure that out. We should keep that
Like
piece
in
of
this
information. Sorry?
Like in this chest?
Yes.
Okay.
Almost certainly. And I open it up to verify that I'm not wildly out to lunch. Right? There's gotta be. What's in it?
Okay. You open it up. I'm assuming not in front of everybody else.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. It is time to do. It's not time to be concerned about
As
objects.
you open it up, there is a glitter of gold off of almost a full half of this chest.
That's fine.
There are a couple books
Yep.
wedged down on the other side, and there is a large black bone that is probably about the size of your femur, but it is a singular bone, and it looks like it is not like a femur bone. It is just the size of a femur. You would not be able to identify what. Well, I guess if you want to, you could try to.
No. Okay, Jack, go up top. I'll deal with the chest. Find Reggie and company and get them together. I'll be right up behind you.
Okay. And a couple of the guys that are down there are like, I'll go up too. I want to see if my friends are okay. And together they kind of head up the stairs.
We need people down here.
Oh, not a problem. Sure. One of you go up with Jack then. Just buddy system.
Yeah.
And Jack's like, yes, good idea.
Gotcha,
and the two of them head up the stairs.
Okay. I take off my cloak because so my bag's in my room.
Yep. Most likely.
I wouldn't have my pack with me. It's in my room.
Nope.
So I take off my cloak. I find a dry-ish patch of ground and I spread it out.
Okay.
And I throw the books, or not throw. Throws. Let's be careful. I take the books out and I place them in the center of the pack.
Okay.
And I I glance at the covers as I'm doing it. Just anything of note, maybe. Put it down. Any?
So the one of them does have a cover on it, and it appears to be just a introductory kind of like a book on magical spells. The other one has no cover on it, but appears very old. And you can only see like there is a cover on it, but there's nothing there's no title on the cover.
Yeah.
There is written down in the very bottom corner of it, more like a signature than anything, Drezier.
Shit, I recognize that name. Okay.
It was the mage that Dralmur was telling you about that used to own this castle.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So you put the two books out. You see these two covers.
Yep. And so it's a black bone?
It looks like it was a bone that was charred, but it has none of the damage. Like, it looks like whatever creature this was, their bones are genuine black.
Okay.
If you'd like to, give me a nature check.
Sure. I wouldn't take long to think about it, though.
Okay.
11.
Okay. That is accurate, then. You look at this bone, it's massive, it's black. Whatever creature this comes from, it's got to be huge.
It's got to be huge?
That's your thought. Yeah, it's got to be huge. It's got to be huge.
Okay.
That's the thought that runs through your head at your first glance.
So you said it's a femur.
It's femur size. It is not a femur.
Oh, okay. So it's the size of like a human femur.
Yes, sorry. I should have specified the species there.
Well, yeah. Lots of creatures have femurs. I think. Okay. Yeah, so it goes in the middle of the pack.
Sorry, what?
The big old bone goes
so
in the pack.
You grab
with the
it.
book. And I just...
You grab it out of the chest, right?
Yep.
Okay. As your fingers close around it, you feel like a slight tingle in your arm, and you go to set it down on the blanket. And as you do, you don't make any saves, but you hear reverberate through your body, just like somebody is screaming into the side of your head, and all you're feeling is the vibrations. But you just hear, "Well, hello." Don't put me down quite yet.
And I glance around. Is anyone... There were some people down here yet. They were gonna go like board up the North Passage.
Mm-hmm.
Are they?
They're in the process of going to do that. None of them seem to have responded to any sound.
Okay.
This seems to be just something you're hearing.
Okay, Google, start a 16-minute timer. Okay. Well. Okay, sorry. He said don't put me down yet?
Yeah. Don't put me down quite yet.
Alright.
It's been a long time since I talked to somebody.
Whom did you speak to last?
The frog.
How was that?
I
don't speak to him anymore.
Okay. What did you two speak of?
Not much.
And to whom am I
He
speaking?
wanted to know if I would give him my power. He had nothing to offer in return.
Do you have much power?
Do you desire it?
I may.
Then I may have what you seek.
And what do you ask in return?
I require help. As you can see, I have succumbed to unfortunate circumstances. This is but one finger.
You have been greatly reduced.
My body disintegrated by...
And if there was a mouth, you swear it would spit.
Dressier.
He did this to you.
Yes.
Why?
So I would not come back.
Very well.
He split me and my brother apart.
Oh.
Left me trapped here to one of the few vessels I can be in.
And what is this vessel?
This is the bone of one of my claws. I was an excellent species, a perfect being.
And he
I
took
ruled this swamp with my brother and he took it. I found a way to be immortal. He was supposed to help me. Of course, I was going to cross him, but he did it first.
No honor among thieves, eh?
They always say never make a deal with a dragon.
Oh? And did
Of
you?
course, that doesn't apply here.
Okay.
Find my other vessel and bring me to my brother.
Do you know what happened to him?
From what I can sense from here, nothing. He still exists. He's not come for me for reasons I don't know.
Where'd you last leave up? No,
We ruled this swamp, this mare.
All right.
We destroyed Neverwinter, and it was glorious.
Okay.
I could give you power.
That is good. And I could give you form.
You could. My form will not be released until both of my vessels are destroyed.
What is your other vessel?
A book.
Ah.
An old book.
And by what
I
will
do
I
not
know it?
know where it is.
There are many old books.
It's by the name of the Book of Sorrow. You will know it because I will talk to you through it. If that half dragon wannabe doesn't still have me looked up.
Hmm. All right. We shall speak again soon.
Don't put me away. Let us keep talking.
If I talk to you, I cannot go and find your other vessel.
Bring me with you.
I shall.
Good.
But I must put you down. It would raise questions
What?
if I
A
carried your
bone?
vessel around. Yes.
Are you not powerful enough already?
Powerful enough to do what?
Someone questions you, strike down.
It's just not efficient.
It's easier.
That may be. But for now, where might I find your other vessel?
I do not know. It was sealed. A book in a box. The half-dragon had me last. Do you know her?
I believe I do.
Kill her. You should find me by her corpse.
Very good. We shall speak again soon.
Don't put me away.
I'm sorry, but I must. And I place it into the cloak, and I fold it up, and I kind of sling it over my shoulder.
Okay. You can see, one person at this point has kind of like walked over, like a little slowly, kind of into your direction, and as you kind of start to move, goes, "Hey, you good?" Kind of zoned
Yeah.
off for a bit. Yeah, I
Um.
know it's a shit show going on up there, but like, we gotta keep staying our heads, you know? Don't get caught up.
Agreed. I just had to I had to give it a little thought. I had to take a beat, think about what to do next.
Aye, yeah. Sounds about right.
Um,
We all got to do that. He kind of like lets out a big sigh and just kind of looks down.
yeah. Have they said? Do we intend to try and take back the castle?
Do we try to? Yeah, I would love to. I don't know if we can fight back these bullywogs, but we're not gonna fucking, let them take us out with a fight. Without a fight, at least. I mean,
Fair. Well,
yeah,
it's either that or we tried to make a run for it.
we could
There's
try, but like, they've got these swamps covered.
agreed. Have you closed off the entrance up there?
We've closed off the entrances from the Great Hall to the outside.
Sorry, the one just to the north. And I gesture where where they were.
Oh. Kind of looks over with you. Should be about done in a couple minutes. Just gonna fucking build a wall out of timber and mud.
Just
Maybe we'll get
scab something together.
somebody magic to seal that.
Yeah. Do we have any on hand?
Not right here now. We're a group of us are newer. The more experienced ones are out there fighting or holding down the doors.
Fair. All right. um, yeah, be sure to get that done and um, don't mention anything to the bullywugs down below.
We're not gonna say a word. If anything, we'll just, you know, makes a throat slitting motion.
Well, all right. Good luck.
You too.
And I take off upstairs after Jack.
Okay. Did you leave all the gold that was in the chest?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Um, as you start to jog up the stairs, the guy behind you, hear him kind of go, "Holy fuck!" And you're just kind of gone.
Yep.
Yeah. So you get up to the top of the stairs. And the stairs continue up, and you can see that there are people up there milling up and down these stairs. You kind of glance over to the room where you had cleared out the centipedes like a day ago, and you can see there are cots that are already pushed in there. The centipede carcasses are still kind of just like shoved into a corner. And there are cots, and there's just like wounded people, like people with like cultists that have like gashes in their sides or like a broken arm, and they're just being tended to in here. Um, and as you kind of glance in, you can see Jalel, and she's one of the people there helping the wounded.
Okay. I'm gonna ask that we take a 15-minute break.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got to do a phone call for work. Um,
A problem.
and then we'll be back. I forgot to start recording for the first like 40 minutes.
That's okay. I have it.
Okay.
Nico.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
I will be back momentarily, or
All
15
right.
minutes.
Me too.
All right.
Oops.
Am I missing something?
Here. No, you're not missing anything at the moment.
Is it break time?
It's break time. It's been like what? An hour?
It's been a couple hours, yeah.
More than 2?
Yeah. Yeah, more than 2.
Fuck.
Because I got on my computer at 20 after 6 to talk to you. Probably earlier. And Warren came in before 7. And it's almost 9. So yeah, 2 hours. At least.
Cool.
So I've finally settled in League of Legends, and I am a one-trick.
Oh no.
I'm a fiddlesticks one-trick.
Finally? Thought you did that like a year ago.
Before his rework, yeah, but then I went back to playing other champs, and now I just play fiddlesticks. Or ARAMs. That's it. That's all I do. If I'm not playing an ARAM, if I'm not playing ARAMs, I'm playing fiddlesticks. It's just how it is.
It's a very respectable way to play.
I love his vision score stats because they're so randomly skewed. Because he has his unique trinket, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's both a ward and a sweeper. But it doesn't count as a ward. So it's like vision score 68. Wards placed 2.
It's like, wait a minute. Hold on.
Literally the most vision score in the entire game, beating out both supports. Wards placed, literally the lowest.
Yeah. Is he support?
No, I play him jungle.
Nice.
Because just a couple of items that are like really good right now, I think are like just hilariously absurd on fiddlesticks because it's just fucking dumb. You can get roughly 50% CDR in 2 items right now. 2 items plus boots, I should say.
That's absurd.
Yeah. And the active on my mythic item is it's effectively what the support item, or not the support item. You know the item people used to build on Vagar that shoots like the cone of icicles?
GLP?
Yeah, Hextech GLP. It's effectively what Hextech GLP became. It's called Everfrost. It shoots a cone in front of you, slowing targets, but if they're caught in the center of the cone, they're rooted instead. And so I ult over a wall as Fiddlesticks, and how Fiddlesticks works is if you get hit by a spell from Fiddlesticks from out of Fog of War, you're immediately feared. Like it auto fears you, so you can get like the 5-man fears now with his ulti. So I ult over a wall, you're feared. I then root you when the fear would end. So now you're rooted in my ult, and then I silence you when the root would end. And at that point I can fear them again. It's actually just freaking dumb. Hi, Warren.
Oh, Warren's back.
Well, I see his face.
There's a camera on.
Yeah.
Hello, Warren's camera. We can't hear you. I can't hear you?
No, we can't hear you. As he looks down at his phone going, what the fuck? Why can't you hear me? Well-groomed beard, by the way. I'm impressed.
Thanks.
You're welcome. He has to cover it up so he can take his pants off now.
Probably.
Knowing Warren. The only reason he has a shirt on is because he's on camera.
Hmm.
That's true. He would take his shirt off anyways. Yeah, so I just get a really dumb amount of CDR. And second rank of my ult is a 45-second cooldown.
Pretty low.
Yeah. Yeah, kinda. And so Fiddlesticks just kind of gets to go. I get to gag every 30 seconds because I can spend all of my cooldowns and it means fucking nothing. Oh, look, he is wearing pants. How kind of him to show us.
Hello.
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 How much of that could you hear?
Nothing.
Oh man, we were talking to you the whole time.
Oh. Sorry, dog. No luck.
No, I was like, oh hi, Oren. Nice camera. We can't hear you. I like your beard. It's well groomed. And then you covered up your camera, and I'm like, oh, he probably covered it up to take his pants off. And you're both like, yeah, that's right. And I'm like, the only reason he has a shirt on is because his camera's on. So I'm like, yeah, you're right. Oren would take his shirt off on camera. That's fine.
Yeah, I would. I have no shame. You're goddamn right. Dum-dum-dum-dum.
We're talking about how my League of Legends experience has fully devolved into me being a one-trick and just playing ARAMs outside of that.
Relatable.
The natural progression of life.
The natural progression of
League.
Yeah.
I'm actually just a Fiddlesticks main.
Ooh, look at that. Where'd my screen share from this guy go?
It died.
It died. Perfect.
Hell, look, a map.
Yeah. Map time.
Oh, my payment got processed for that mapping tool that I supported.
Nice.
Okay. That's exciting. I'm interested to see what they make.
They had over, I think, 2 million.
CAD or Euro?
I think CAD.
Yeah,
They're like
I
1
watched them roll 2 million CAD.
Then it might have been 2 million euro because they absolutely destroyed it. I know it was at least 2 million CAD.
Yeah.
And they were looking for like 68,000
Perfect.
CAD. It's like, okay. Their live stream was like, so
Good.
we have a lot of money, so we're probably gonna hire other developers so we can get all the extra stuff done.
Fair.
Alright, you go back to doing D&D. Bye, friends.
Oh, bye.
I'll sit here muted. I'll listen.
Okay. All right. You all ready?
We are.
All right. So as you crest back up the stairs again, you see there's people kind of milling about in this tower. There's a lot less people than you remember. You haven't seen everybody, but you've been walking around for a couple days, and the numbers are very much reduced.
Okay. Jalal is helping people in the centipede room?
Yes. Yeah, Jalal.
Oh, sorry, Jalal.
There's an apostrophe there, it's okay. That is how I spelt it.
Okay.
It is. Hold up, let me... Anyways, yeah, Jalal is there. Jah apostrophe lel.
Let's see, how close was I? Ja-lel is what I went with. And now I'm pronouncing it lol. Anyway. Hey, Jalel, what's going on?
Percy. Oh fuck! Thank you. Thank God you're all right. Are you are okay? You don't look hurt.
I had a bit of a run-in down below, but we're all good.
Below. Have they started coming through there too?
No.
I didn't think they could get word down. No?
No. They haven't, to my knowledge, they haven't got word down. We had a different issue. Have you seen Jack?
Jack. Oh, he ran by earlier. I don't think he saw me. He just ran towards the where we were staying earlier.
Okay.
No, it was as far as quarters, but
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how he's doing.
Okay. Have you seen Reggie?
Last I saw of Reggie, he was in the courtyard. I don't know where he is or if he's alive right now. If you can find him, I would greatly appreciate that, but do not put yourself in danger, please.
I won't. What of Drogon?
I think Drogon's in the Great Hall, possibly in the kitchen. They were trying to do something there. I'm not sure what.
Okay.
But if you see anybody hurt, please tell them to come here.
I will. I'll let them know.
Thank you.
Well,
And Percy,
yeah.
be careful.
You too. I'll be back.
You better.
And I take off towards the hallway.
Okay.
Towards my room.
Yes. So the door between the hallway and the tower you're currently in is torn off. You can see as you get up to it, it looks like it was like broken down from somebody getting into this room. But it's now just kind of like within this tower, kind of laying on the floor beside the other boards that kind of cover this muddy section. You can see within this room, it is fairly empty. There are still piles upon piles of like gold and jewels and treasure sitting on this table, but nobody is paying it any mind. There are two of what you would identify as, let me get their names right. Sorry, I always fuck it up. Two of the dragon wings that are kind of at this closest door beside you here. And you can see they're not like crazy on alert, but they're like ready. They're on their toes, but they're not actively fighting it. And
swords
you can see
aren't out, but hands are on hilts, or are swords
exactly. Swords aren't out.
out? Okay.
However, just the door like a little further east, you can see there have been like large cabinets pushed right up against it, and a singular individual. You would recognize this to be like the next level above those. This is what you would know called the Dragon Fang. You can see he's got like a very elegant looking cape. with the sharper shoulder pads that end up like dripping down almost. And he's got a long sword out, and he's leaning his entire weight like back against it while he's holding this sword and just kind of breathing deeply.
Okay. Can you indicate which door that was? Sorry.
So the two guys are at this door.
Yep.
The one dude with the cabinet is at this door.
And what of
And
the
that
end of
is
the hall?
everything you can see in this room.
Okay.
You can hear some noise coming from the other end. The far end in here, where you know the kitchen is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take off. Map north.
Mm-hmm. So going past those two.
Yeah.
The wings there.
Yep. And
As you go to push past them, one of them like puts a hand up and is like, "I don't know what you're trying to do right now, but it's not a good idea."
it's not what?
It's not a good idea.
It's
Sorry.
gotta be done.
What are you doing?
I gotta get my shit.
Sure, whatever. They kind of push the door open. Go.
Okay.
Knock 4 times.
Knock 4 times?
Knock 4 times.
Will do.
And they close it real tight behind you.
What do I see?
As you step into this open portion of the courtyard, you can see there are 4 dead human bodies in front of you, as well as 2 of the guard drakes that appear to have died here as well.
Holy fuck.
Alongside this, you can also see there are around 15 bullywug corpses, just littering it. And you can see a brief bit of movement on the other end of the courtyard, but with no source of light here, you can't tell what it is.
Okay. And
The opposite end being the far north side.
yeah, I move quickly to the door to the tower.
Mm-hmm. As you push against it, it creaks open like it wasn't closed all the way.
Yep.
And it is dark inside.
I cast. I don't know what the fuck it's called. Light. It is. It's called light.
I don't know what it's called. Light.
I thought it would be more imaginative. I've cast it once.
I know. I'm very proud of you. 6 levels in.
Shut. Fuck off.
Yeah. So the room is illuminated.
I cast light on the sword for the record. My sword.
Okay, that is super cool. So your sword is out and drawn.
Yes, but unfortunately, I'm trying to wield it one-handed because I got the other. I got the bag in the other hand.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so as you kind of look in, or as you light up this, effectively the whole room here, it's fairly empty. You know, like this has always been kind of empty. There's just like a couple tables and a bench. You can see the spiral stairs that you know lead up to where Jalmur would sleep, and the door in front of you appears to be open, the one on the first floor, leading to your room.
Okay. I open it.
It's already open.
Okay. I move through it.
Okay, yeah. You can see just inside of it. This is where you guys have been staying.
Yep.
This is what were Esbara's chambers before 4 of you kind of took it over, or the 5 of you
And
took it over.
I say Reggie as I enter.
You do not hear Reggie's voice reply to you, but you do hear, Percy?
Hey!
What are you doing here?
I came to find you and Reggie and Drogon.
you see a kind of denser looking, like his skin looks cracked and like hardened, and it's a Jack's head, and it pokes out from the opposite, like the adjoining room. There's nobody else in here. Sorry, I was just grabbing some of Esbara's things.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here to grab mine as well. Is there anything you need me to help with?
I don't think so. I don't. Just get back inside, I guess. I don't know how we. I don't know how we get out of this.
I think we're gonna have to run.
Where?
I don't know, but we need to get Reggie and we need to get you, Reggie, myself, and Jalal together, and we'll get a plan together.
Okay.
Have you
Okay.
Have you found them? Do you know anything?
I have not found them. No. I can still hear some fighting on the other side of the wall. I've just kind of been listening through. Fuck. There's no trees in here.
No, I say with a bit of a quizzical.
If there were trees, I could get outside. But it's fine. I've got. And he holds up like a little box. I've got Asbara's stuff. Maybe there's something in here that can help. I'm gonna go bring it to Jalal. If you need any help, I'll come with you. So let me bring this back real quick.
I'm right behind you, and I quick turn and search the room for my shit.
What exactly did you leave in here? By which I mean, I'm gonna go look at your character sheet.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I just want to know what you have on you at the moment.
Not a lot. Like it's mostly basic stuff.
Everything that is currently equipped?
Yeah, but so like my bedroll, I would be using as bedding.
Yeah. So like your backpack, the bedroll.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna grab the bedroll. I don't have time.
The cloak.
Yep.
Your mess kit. Would you have your potion of healing on you?
On my person, or in my bag?
In which one? I just want to get a vibe for what you've got on you. Actually, how about you just go through the list and tell me what you have on you?
On me?
Yes.
I would be. So I'm looking to grab my backpack, which will have. I don't know why I just have a book. I've never interacted with that. Okay, which will have a book and the brunette wig in it. The cast-off armor was like, it's in a corner in this room.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably gonna get left behind.
Okay.
Traveler's
Just make sure you
clothes.
unequip it.
Yeah, it does occur to me that that's been equipped, but I did remove from my AC because I had overridden. Anyways. The dagger's on me. The direwolf cloak is what's currently holding everything.
Okay.
The longsword would have been like on my bag.
Okay.
Mess kit in my bag, potion of healing in my bag, rations in my bag, rope in my bag, tinderbox, torch, and water skin all in my bag.
Okay.
Where
yeah,
the
you.
fuck did the ring go?
The ring? It's at the top for me.
Oh, Ring of Bravery. Sorry. Yeah, which I am wearing.
Alright. Yeah. Yeah, as you're kind of looking over your stuff, your bed doesn't appear crazy touched, but like now that you have the light in here, you can see there are muddy footprints all over the ground. And looking around, you can't find your longsword, and your backpack is kind of like slumped over, like somebody kind of shoved it out of the way.
Does it look like they went through it?
Make an investigation.
18.
18. You kind of you undo the clasp that appears to not have been touched, and you kind of flip it open and quickly like rifle through. And everything looks like it is there. You find your potion of healing. You find like your books, your spare clothes, your torches, your water skins, etc.
I believe I have a painting of my father as well.
It is rolled up and it is still shoved in there as well.
Okay.
The sword is the only thing that seems to be missing.
Okay. Reasonable. Very reasonable. Not a big deal. Okay. Okay. Jack has left the room already?
Yeah, Jack heads out.
Okay. I just grab my bag. I don't really look for... Oh, sorry. While I have the bag open, I'm gonna take the cloak and just pitch it in. If it'll fit.
Okay.
I don't know how big this bone is.
The bone would not fit.
Will it like stick out the top?
Like comically.
Okay.
Like the bag is, say, what, like 2 feet deep?
Yeah.
A full foot sticks out.
Okay. Okay.
It's a little uncomfortable, like to kind of have there, like smacks you in the back of the head. But you can do it.
Okay. I imagine my backpack has like a drawstring that you can cinch it shut. Like it starts as a big opening and it closes.
Sure.
Okay, and it's like sticking out the top and I just cinch it. And
Yep.
then I sling it on my back and it kind of like wobbles because it's unbalanced. But it's still in the cloak, which has got the books, and like it should all stay together and it's not visible. And I'm gonna head back towards Jalel.
Take any care not to touch it.
It's
bone.
all still wrapped.
It's all still wrapped? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
I'm just taking, and if it didn't fit, like I would have taken stuff out of my bag, and you let me know, and I'll dump purse.
Your bedroll would definitely have to be out.
Oh, I didn't even grab my bedroll. It's on my bed.
Then the rest is probably fine. The rest is fine.
Okay. Yeah, because like I'll throw this tinder box.
It takes up very little room. It's okay.
This book I've never read. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. I sling it all together, and I head back. And I bam, 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 bam.
The door kind of like creaks open, and you just see like the point of a sword pointed straight at you, and then like some eyes peek out from behind it, and they're like, "Oh, right."
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I say. I'll probably be back. And
Sure thing.
I make my way to Jalel.
Mm-hmm. As you get over there, you can see Jack is kind of like crouched beside her, talking with her, and he's like, "It's a locked chest. I don't know, Jalel. If you can open it, maybe it'll have something useful, like some I don't know, big powerful spells. He's strong, right?" And she's like, "We can't go through his stuff. He might not be like, directly in charge of us. But he's still above us." Jack's just like, "I don't care. Like, I want to survive this." And they're just arguing about this. Seeing you come in, though, Jack kind of turns. "Look, Percy, you're back. Awesome.
Yeah.
You got your stuff?"
I did. Yes.
Good. What do we do?
Okay. Well, I haven't found
Reggie, but
so I'm going back out.
okay.
I've gotta find him.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I will come with you. Okay.
Only,
Okay. He's kind of psyching himself up.
and I turn to Jalal. Is he good?
Can he fight? Yes. I don't want him to go out.
Okay. Can he help you?
Not much. No, he's not. He's not good with people. He's good with anything else. But keep him safe, okay?
Jack, I'm gonna be moving quick.
Okay.
Okay.
I will keep up. I can keep up. And you see he kind of like puts a hand on his chest for a sec. And you see like a bit of like a flash of magic go out through his fingertips. Whew. I can keep up.
Okay. We don't fight unless I say we fight.
Okay.
Otherwise, we keep moving.
Okay.
Okay. Where did you see them last? Fighting in the courtyard?
I didn't see anyone. I heard some fighting in the courtyard, and Jalal's like, Reggie was in the courtyard last. I don't know if he got in before they started locking the doors, or before they broke down the wall. We hoped that they locked themselves up in like Resmir's chambers, and Froggin should be in the kitchen. I think that's what they were trying to do. Go check with him.
Okay. Can I see one floor up, please? I can't remember what it looks like.
Absolutely. What are you looking for?
I'm looking to parkour my ass across. Viable? Not viable.
Across what?
So if I go up the trash tower, could I parkour my way across to... Or if I go up my tower, could I parkour my way across to...
You've never been to the top of your tower. You know the top of the trash tower has a hole in the roof, but that is facing towards the swamp side, and you could maybe like crawl around it, but it's very dangerous. You could definitely try.
Nope. Okay, then we're gonna go. All right, Jack. Try and keep up, and we head back out the door with the two guys, and we're gonna try and go over the rubble pile. And I know there was movement at the north end of that. I'm gonna see what I see on my way by, and like sword up. I've got two hands free now because I'm gonna leave my bag with Jalal.
Okay. As you set it down, she kind of looks at it and sees like the bones sticking out and kind of gives you a look.
It's wrapped in the cloak, right?
It mostly is, but not all of it.
Okay. This will help us later.
Okay, Percy.
Okay.
What is it? She kind of just like wonders.
Don't touch. It's a little... It'll help
She
us
like
later.
stops her hand reaching out. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
Good luck.
Okay. And yeah. Out north, hug the east wall on my way around. If something attacks me. Yeah.
You've got light going?
Yeah, my sword is lit with light.
Okay.
So my stealth is negative.
Yep. Yeah, you stand out very badly, but like you can see around you, and that is what is important.
Okay.
As you start moving around the east side of the wall, you get kind of close here. Closer to where you can start to see like the rubble that they've broken down, and it's a good like 10, 15, maybe 20 feet of just broken stone that is now filling this space that used to be a walkway. You can see there seems to be like a lizard folk that's like was crushed underneath it, very much not alive anymore. And as you are kind of here and you're looking up at this, your AC is what? 17?
It is.
17. So that is a 19 to hit. And a 15 to hit. So one of them misses. And that's a natural 20. And that's a 13. Which means that one of them hits Jack. So, 4 spears come flying from the north corner of this chamber. It seems some bullywugs have like crawled their way underneath the rubble itself and are very slowly like kind of filtering in here. They just seem to have spears.
See your mouse, sorry.
I wasn't using. Up here.
Okay. Yep.
So as you come around this corner with your light shining,
yep.
It kind of illuminates the rubble, and you take all of that in, and then immediately just some spears get thrown at you, and one of them is going to hit you, and one of them hits Jack. What is this damage? So that is a 6 to hit you, or 6 damage to you, and also 6 damage.
Okay. How tough does it look like the rock pile is gonna be?
It's very hard to tell. It is very much not like an easy climbable surface.
Like
it's not like walking up a rough hill. It's like walking up a pile of shale. Like, you don't know when it's gonna break. You don't know if it's gonna stay sturdy or fall backwards, or if it's gonna roll out from under you.
Okay.
It's a pile of rubble.
How much damage did you say I took?
6.
6. Very good.
And you hear a bunch of little croaks going back and forth. Oh, sorry. And then I forgot. Actually, no, that was their surprise round. So now we're gonna be rolling initiative. That's how that'll work.
Fucking flawless.
I got
Sorry?
4.
Oh, hell yeah.
On a natural
Which
one.
was, I was gonna say, that was a nat one, too.
Amazing. Jack's gonna be going first, I guess. You watch as the spear kind of hits him in the shoulder. He snaps it off really quickly, throws it to the ground, and is immediately just going to cast Bark Skin on himself. And after doing that, he is going to look over to you and kind of like rest a hand on your shoulder. And he closes his eyes very briefly, and you see the horns, like the tips of the horns shimmer like a very light, kind of like a pinkish purple. And you regain 5 hit points. And then he kind of like takes a step and hides behind you.
Okay.
And sorry, you got a 4? Is that what I remember hearing?
Yeah.
Okay. You see directly ahead of you these 4 bullywugs that have now kind of made themselves known after throwing these spears. 2 of them, I'm not going to bother drawing it on the map. 2 of them just kind of rush right up towards you, and they're straight up just clamping like their mouth on you, and they're biting down as hard as they can. You notice as it happens, they don't really have teeth. It's just kind of like a flat bone.
So it's crushing damage?
It's crushing. It's bludgeoning, but
Yeah.
and that is a 17. Ties your AC and does not hit you. And that is a non-natural 20. So that one hits. And it does 3 points of bludgeoning damage, as you can just like barely feel like the skin starting to break. But then you see the two that are also behind it, they pick up spears off of the ground that you can see are literally being slid under the pile of rubble beside them. And they pick those up, and instead of throwing them this time, they kind of grab them with both hands and let out a little like and charge at you. And that's another 17. That's not going to hit you. And an 11. So as they come at you, they try and like stab into you, but the two bullywugs that are clamped onto like the front of your legs kind of get in their way, and they stumble a little over each other, and you can hear them kind of like at each other.
Okay.
It is your turn.
Okay. Huh. I don't have time to do that. Okay. So, I'm going to rage.
As one does.
As one ought.
Bonus action. Rage.
Bonus. Then I am going to attack the nearest bullywug.
So there's effectively 4 of them in like a square. 2 of them are right up against you, and 2 of them are right behind those 2.
Fuck me. Okay. I'm going to attack the nearest bullywug.
Okay.
Recklessly.
Okay. Roll with advantage.
Okay. $24 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. 1 moment. I rarely use this part because I rarely feel this threatened. 14 damage.
Okay. With your first swing, you lop the head off of one of them.
Okay.
One of the ones kind of like right up against you, blading against. You just kind of swing in like a downward, almost like a clockwork motion, and just shloop. There's very little resistance. There's not much bone within inside these jelly-filled bullywugs.
Okay. Then I'm going to turn with my second attack. And I'm gonna hit that next motherfucker.
Okay.
I cannot do it recklessly.
I think you
Sorry?
you can, can't you? Or is it one?
Where is my... How do you spell reckless?
R-E-C-K.
When you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly.
Okay.
But attack rolls against you have advantage because duh. Okay. Yeah. So my second attack was a 14 to hit.
A 14 to hit. That does not hit.
Okay.
As your sword kind of swings down, this one, you didn't notice it in the kind of darkness, but as you swing down, it's kind of like holding onto you with its mouth. Sword hits its back, and instead of going through, it kind of just slides off as it carves a chunk out of like what appears to be a thick hide leather on its back.
Okay. Excuse me very much.
Jack, right behind you, kind of seeing all this happen, is just going to reach past you, and you watch as the one hand that he reaches out. He's a tiefling, so he normally has like darker colored hands. It's like a kind of a very deep, soft, like purple almost. And as you see his hand reach out, his fingers just like sharpen into like very, very long, exaggerated claws. As he uses his primal savagery. And that is a hit. And that is 5, 8, 13 acid damage. So you see as he reaches past you and just grabs the other bullywug that's like on your leg, digging these deep claws into its face, and you watch as like where the claws meet the face, it just melts away. And he pries that one off of you. And that is it for his turn.
Okay.
He does not do a lot, but he does thing. He can do things.
As much damage as I.
The other two bullywugs kind of seeing this happen, they both like take a step hesitantly back. And then they look at each other and they like and then you hear just a loud echoing of from like over the other side of this wall. And they turn back to you and they feel like they seem a little bolstered, and they both are going to step forward and try and take a stab just at you. That one is going to be a 5 to hit you, so I don't think it does.
Advantage, don't forget.
Thank you.
I'm here for it.
That is going to be a 21 to hit. I don't want to roll the wrong die here, so that's a D8. So that's 6 piercing damage, reduced to 3 at this point. And then after attempting to stab you here, on like the follow through with the stab, he's just going to take a bite into you, like trying to catch your hand or catch the sword or something.
Okay.
And that's a 20 to hit. All of the attacks against you have advantage, right? Okay. And that's going to be 3 rounded to 1 bludgeoning damage.
The first was 6 rounded to 3, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the other bullywug is going to do the same thing. That is a natural 20 for 15 points rounded to 7. And then following through with the bite, attempting to crush the fingers that are holding your sword. That is a 15 plus 3, 18. And 4 rounded to 2 bludgeoning damage. As he manages to both catch you with the spear and crush your fingers as they're holding onto the sword.
Is there any outcome to that besides
No, not mechanically.
Okay.
It is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to I'm going to cuss at the one that just hit me.
Okay.
I'm going to recklessly attack the one that Jack previously damaged. Wait, did it die?
It died. It died.
Okay.
There's only 2 of them up still.
Then I'm going to recklessly attack the one that attacked me.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell Jack to fall back. We'll have to find another way.
Okay. Yeah, make your attacks. With advantage.
22,
That hits.
15 damage.
That kills it.
Okay.
As you cleave this one almost entirely in half, leaving like a sliver of what would be skin if it wasn't its spine right there.
Ugh.
Sorry.
No, we're good.
There is one of them still standing, and it is looking a little frightened.
Sorry, boys and girls. We go and try and kill it. With a 16 to hit.
That hit.
It's 18 damage.
18 damage, that kills it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. You slice this one right apart as well. And you can hear sounds of like kind of, how do you describe this? Like scraping on dirt almost. Coming
Like
from the pile of
heavy, dull, like
like a doll dragging itself along the ground.
oh, dull.
But
Oh, okay,
but it seems to be coming from like the rubble pile itself.
okay.
You're no longer in initiative.
Okay, is Jack doing?
He's backing up.
Yeah.
He's backing up. Sorry, that was wrong to say. You are still in initiative. And as he's backing up, you kind of hear him give out a ah. As you see, you turn around and you see he was backing up and he didn't notice a bullywug came out of the door that you had previously been in. Like you had just been in.
Like the hallway.
Like in here.
Oh, okay, not just previously, but like prior. Yeah. Okay.
Prior, yeah. That bullywug had snuck out behind him, and had caught him in the back with one of its spears. But he lets out a shout. Sorry, he lets out a shout, and turns and just kind of like backhands this bullywug with another one of his hands. You can see it like does the same kind of transform into a claw as he swings it. And it connects squarely with the bullywug's face. Yeah. And you watch as like the claws kind of drag through the side of its face. Any part that wasn't torn apart by the actual claw just begins dripping off. And the bullywug slumps down to the ground. And sorry, now you're out of initiative. I thought that was going to be more.
Okay.
No, you two are both
Yep.
by the door to the central chamber.
Yep. Jack, are you okay?
Yes. I'm alive. Oh, that hurt. Oh, but I'm alive.
Okay. I'm gonna go have a look. I'm gonna peer over the rock pile. Do I still hear the heavy scraping?
You guys are down here.
Yeah.
The rock pile is up here.
Yeah.
You're gonna go back up. As you kind of go back over and up, you can hear the heavy scraping, and it's coming from like the north portion of the rubble pile, and it's kind of coming from the bottom of it. And as you kind of like look over, you can see like almost 5 feet away from you, there is a bullywug that is like army crawling and just dragging itself underneath this rubble pile.
Okay.
And it's right in front of you. It is currently like dragging itself under this rubble pile, and it can't do anything to attack you, but you can see it right there.
Okay. I wish to coup.
Yeah. It's not entirely helpless, so you do have to roll for it. It's not pinned under this rubble pile.
Yep.
It is effectively crawling through a tunnel that is found.
Okay. Do I get advantage?
You do have advantage. You do have advantage. It is prone.
Yeah. Nat 20 for a 29.
Don't bother rolling damage.
Okay.
You can if you would like to. If you want to see big number.
It got Giga Bonk.
Yeah, you just kind of like kneel down and look at it and just one-handed slide the greatsword all the way through it.
Yeah.
You hear a little like come from behind it. You seem to have pricked that bullybug as well.
Oh, what the? Oh, okay. Okay. Noted.
Did you want to roll your damage?
I can't remember, how are we doing crits?
Roll your dice and double it. Then add your plus.
Okay. Sorry, 22 plus 5, 27.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But as you basically shish kebab this one bullywug, you poke the one that you can now see is behind it in the top of the head, and he kind of like moves back a little bit. And you can now see with the light from the tip of your sword.
Yeah.
There's just a line of them that are crawling and shoving themselves through this pile of rubble, attempting to get in without having to go over it.
Okay. Are they... How tight is it? Are they single file? Like...
Yeah.
This one
They're
is now...
one behind the other.
Kind of half blocking the way.
Yes.
Jack, can you collapse this rock pile at all?
Sorry?
Do you have any... Your magic? Can you blow up this rock pile?
Yes. Blow up, no, but how about this? You watch as he kind of just presses his hands together and kind of flicks his tail down against the ground really hard. And then instantly, where you had seen him, you watch his form kind of morph itself into a very large, four-legged shape, covered in brown fur, and he is now a giant brown bear.
Okay.
He's a druid.
No, I know. That was...
Sorry, not a giant brown bear, a regular brown bear.
Still. Percy. Okay.
Just kind of one paw reaches forward and leans against the rubble pile. And the whole thing, you hear it. Actually, let me do a strength check. Oh, yeah. The whole thing, you hear it just kind of like creaks and groans, and then everything just clicks down and shifts a place. And you hear a... like somebody drove a car over a yogurt tube. And the whole pile of rubble shifts down like 2 or 3 feet.
Does it fall towards us at all?
A couple rocks tumble your way, but nothing close enough that you have to jump out.
Okay. Okay. Okay, great work. I'm gonna climb up, And I'm gonna see what I can see.
The
All right.
bear kind of like lowers his head down and pushes it under, like towards your feet.
All right. I'll be right back. Okay. Unless he did like another gesture that might mean something, I'm gonna go up and over the rock pile.
Okay. Okay. Give me a athletics. As you're climbing up this rock pile, and it's precarious. Like it did just shift and settle a bit, but it is still 15 feet of just loose stone.
25.
25. You end up like you have one hand on the actual pillar beside you, and you're finding handholds in that in the central tower, and you're using that more than the pile itself. But you get up to the top, and you can kind of glance over, and it is brutal what you see in front of you. There is a countless number of dead lizard folk, dead bullywugs, dead cultists. You can see Drelmor is very close to the fire pit where he and Farblex were fighting earlier, and he is dead. Like you can see there is a hole like on the one side of his chest that you don't know if it was a spear or some sort of magic, but it is clean through and he is not moving. There are guard drakes that are also kind of just scattered around dead, and you can see there are a couple lizard folk that are kind of down towards where the door into the kitchen area is.
Yep.
You can barely make it out like down here.
Okay, yep.
But the light of the fire illuminates them, and you can see a couple of them have some long swords, and they're kind of backed up. There's 4 of them kind of in a small semicircle, and they're surrounded by about 15 bullywugs. And the bullywugs aren't even bothering to move close to them. They're just throwing spears at them and then going and taking a spear off of another corpse, throwing it at them again. Are you looking for anything in particular?
I mean, I'm still looking for my people. Specifically Reggie.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Ooh, I make a mistake.
Because if you give me like a what do you see? What do I see? I'll try and just describe what your passive would see. But if you're looking for something in particular,
13. We got one up from passive, baby.
hell yeah. You can see all of that. The door that they are nearest to, which would be I think the kitchen area here.
Okay.
Can you see that? Probably not. Never mind.
The door in front of me, is it open?
This one?
Yeah.
No, it is closed actually, and you can hear like, what would you call it? Growling? A lot of growling. You remember briefly, this is where the guard drake pen effectively was. This is where a lot of them were being housed.
Alright, stats game, here we go. I'm going to move, how do I describe this? Recklessly down the rock pile to get that door open.
Okay.
Like, if I had to roll, I would like to roll with disadvantage in exchange for moving more rapidly.
I was gonna say you can give me a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage since you're not bothering to move slowly, as you basically have to try and slide down this pile of rubble.
17.
Wow.
With disadvantage, goddamn. So that would be half damage. Oof. That is going to be 12, half to 6. As you slide down, your ankle kind of catches on one rock, and you feel it kind of like
I'm probably
bend,
on
and then you.
halving right now.
Your save is what halved it.
Okay, thank you.
If you were moving carefully and you had saved, it would have been no damage.
Very good.
Moving recklessly, you saved, halved it. But you get down there, you can get to the gate itself. And as you do, you can kind of like glance in, and you can see there is just like a chain that's wrapped around the doors of this gate. And there's no visible lock at first. It's just kind of wrapped around itself. And you can see inside are all of the guard drakes. There's about 6 of them in here. And they're all kind of penned down, and like there's a rope kind of like harness around them that's tied to a stake within the pen itself.
Okay.
You can tell these are very aggressive creatures that like need to be basically stabled in order to
They
exist
need to be
beside each
restrained.
other. Yes.
They're all
and-
individually staked.
Yes.
Okay.
But none of the bullywugs are around here. And it appears that all of the ones that were going underneath the rubble pile at the.
And are squished, or is there like one that's like?
I mean, there's like the butt of one little bullywug butt. He's got little feet sticking out.
His legs are all straight. Anyway, yeah.
Very comic.
Okay, I'm gonna start undoing the chain.
Okay. You start undoing it, and it is knotted. Like this is just a metal chain somebody knotted with no regard for ever unknotting it. Give me a what would I call that?
You could do a dex or an int.
Dex it would be. Yeah. A dexterity check.
13.
13. You manage to loosen it a bit, but it gets to a point where you don't know how, but like 2 of the links have gotten stuck within each other, and you can like almost get it apart, but the doors won't open unless you can like somehow force this.
I'm a blacksmith. I would have interacted with knotted up chain, right?
Would you? You're the blacksmith. I'd say you would have.
I would have. Yeah, I'm thinking I would have.
Yeah, you know knotted chain like this. It happens. Typically what you do is you just like break off the chain link. Because the individual chain links themselves are not strong. It's just when a chain as a whole, it holds a lot more weight. So I'll say with your knowledge of smithing, you don't need to do any rules for this one. You just kind of set it down against the ground and kind of like put the hilt of your sword against it and just like kick it slightly with your foot, and it just cracks. And you can rip apart the chain.
Okay. I glance at the bullywugs. I try to glance at the lizard folk.
The bullywugs have not actually turned around. They have not noticed you. The lizard folk have noticed you, and have noticed what you are doing, and are just kind of letting it happen.
Letting what I'm doing happen, or letting their death happen?
A bit of both.
Oh. I may yet regret this, he says, proceeding to open the door.
Yeah, and the door opens. There are 6 guard drakes in here. Okay. All of them 7-8 feet long. Scales all over, and they're just kind of pressed real low to the ground. And as you come in, they just all turn toward. They all kind of turn towards you and give you like a low.
To any of them, yep.
No.
Okay. And how are they? They're held with rope or chain?
They're rope. It's like a harness that goes around the torso area, and then like comes together at a loop at the back that a rope is tied through and then staked down.
All right. 1, 2. Let them go.
You just swing the sword down.
And let 2 of them out.
Are you doing anything to get out of the way?
So I'm... Okay. In my head, they were either, like, tethered next to them, or... Right, like, they're not retreated back from their tether in my head. They would be forward of it, but you tell me.
No, that is correct. They're
So-
forward of it, so the tether is technically behind them.
So I'd have to push past, and then...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'd say I'm out of the way, unless they're turning around.
that makes sense. Sorry, I just didn't.
Yep.
I didn't think that you would push past them yet. Give me an animal handling check as you push past.
Yeah, that's fair play. Oh, that nice negative. Oh, shit, nigga. Sorry. 19.
Cut that out of the audio clip.
That's fair.
19. Yeah. So you kind of put both hands up and move very slowly, and they just kind of watch you. And as you move past them, they just kind of let you do it. And then they, you get to the tethers behind them, and you just lock to, and you see the bullywugs take like a tentative step forward, and then one of them turns and just looks straight like at like the crowd of bullywugs, and just bolts. And the other, seeing this, turns and follows.
Okay. I'm going to survey the... let's let another one out.
Okay, thunk. That's 3.
Okay.
This one immediately goes and joins the frenzy, and as you kind of look out, it's an immediate bloodbath. Like, there are just bullywugs being torn apart. These drakes are being stabbed full of spears, but just tearing apart bullywugs until they, like, the last possible breath. The lizard folk seem to have like a fairly good connection with them, so the drakes kind of the survive form like a protective barrier almost, and like will start to like chomp out at any kind of bullywug that comes near. And you watch as this kind of protective little bubble pushes the bullywugs and pushes them back until they push them almost back up to you where you are.
Yep.
So this is all happening down here, and they're pushing this semicircle up and up and up until they get to here. Then all of the bullywugs kind of like start diving over and under the door into their little like their pen where they normally are staying.
Yeah.
And then eventually you can just see like a bunch of spear tips are poking out from underneath the door. There's a couple that are like coming from over the door, and they seem to have actually penned themselves back within this.
Jack!
You do not hear a voice reply to you.
Yep.
But you hear the rubble just like start to give way. And then you watch the form of a giant, like a large brown bear, just kind of stumble over this rubble pile and then fall down the other side until it like comes to a roll at the bottom and it gets back up and looks around.
Okay.
And I think that's a good place to stop.
I enjoyed that.
Das is fair.
You might not agree, but it's like 10.
Oh, yeah. Wait, 10:30? I thought it was 10.
10.
Yeah.
10 o'clock. Oh, fuck. It just hurts.
I watched the time just rolling by. I was like, holy crap, we're running out.
Yeah. This is why I wanted to do a session with just you.
Sam, your narration has improved considerably.
I'm glad.
It is very enjoyable to listen to. You do a very good job.
Thank you.
I liked it.
All right. I'm gonna go actually, real quick. I might be back in a bit, but I might not.
Okay.
In the case that I'm not, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm glad you enjoyed listening. and I very much